Okay, this is Spencer with New Worlds Poetry and Publishing. This is my series Spencer Creates Dungeons. This is part 2 of Nahmazeel's Throne. So, let's get started. We're on the second floor area here. We haven't done much since we last left off, but I had a couple ideas. Particularly because I like the idea of my players coming up with their own ideas for, there we go, for ways to handle particular situations. Now we were going to have these guys do more of a grayscale theme here. Let's set it up so this rug is kind of like right under here. Give them more flammable things to play with. Recently discovered that people like setting things on fire. Not that it's a bad thing, but... Oh, that is a giant square rug. Rectangle. But, regardless. It was a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. But I like that's more of like a bath one. I like giving the depth of like, actual people live here. So yeah, just last time I talked about adding a few fine details here and there, and this was one room that I wanted to add a couple details to, the bedroom, and I think that's actually it as far as that goes. As far as these ones, we still have the second floor to go through and talk about the ideas that I kind of have for it. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in pillows. It looks like somebody sweat on it. It looks less like a shadow. Like somebody just had too many covers on. I kind of mix it up. I like doing things like that because then if I use these textures in a dungeon later, or a mansion or another build later, even if I don't add another pillow to it, it's not going to look exactly the same anymore. Like, so I'm going to throw this one down here at the end. So like when you go to describe things to people, you know, you give them it's disheveled, nothing looks uniform, it looks clearly lived in. Kind of spiel. There was something I was going to look for here, and I'm drawing a blank now. Anyways, yeah, I put a few rugs on. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if there was clothing, is what it was. Because I know there's like clutter right here. Yeah, so like a shirt, pair of shorts, just hanging out. I'm surprised there's not shoes as well. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised there's not shoes as well. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I wanted to add a painting over this last time. So I guess there was one fine detail I wanted to add there. So, let's go with down to the second floor. Oh, the detail about that I didn't add yet was the stairs or trapdoor or whatever is going to lead down to the next floor. Stairs. I see there's no trapdoor there, but for some reason, in the here, I don't remember what tab these are in. That's why we just did it this way. But for some reason, I'm gonna do under. Stick out a little bit like that. So when they investigate this room, they can find there's a trapdoor under this bed. You know, there'll be the quintessential cliche, like, you can see this bed has been moved a lot. So then we'll put it right there, and then we will go down to the second floor. to where the trapdoor basically starts. So we're gonna snap this to grid because I like the way it looks better snapped. I'm gonna pump these numbers up a little bit here. There we go, that's better. I like the way that looks. So this trapdoor is going to come down here. I like to give my players the illusion of options. Because then it doesn't seem like they're railroaded. And we're back to being snapped. Of course I kid. I have to have options built in the story. It's just how my mind works. There's not really any other option for me. So what we're going to do, what I've decided is, this is going to be a laboratory kind of area where the protagonist, or the antagonist is kind of hanging out, and the protagonists have to head towards. With this area being a sort of holding area for the things that are being experimented on here, and then being the riddle room in the vault where the power is being drawn for these other cultists. And then we'll do the, like, this is the guy's, specifically the main antagonist. This is going to be his specific room. Which actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to add, like, I kind of like the idea that he is so concerned. That's like a crib. I didn't even notice that before. Cradle, it says it right on there. He's so worried about people intruding upon his business. His I like the idea that it's right above the bed. Also, this is gigantic. I was like, this looks weird and different. Look at the difference, just 25 or 0.25% bigger even. Just envelops it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like, again, I like it hovering. That just ticked it too much, didn't it? Well, I'm gonna delete that and then go back to objects. Yeah, there we go. I like a more slanted view. It makes it look like he's just too busy to care. He just falls into the bed when he's just tired. So we got a desk there. We're going to put a few shelves in here. And then there's a whole magic tab that we'll get into with his stuff. And of course we're going to... that kind of cockeyed obscured under his bed. We wanted shelves first, yes. That's what it was, shelf. Just, I'm gonna do like short, long, and then short again. Except for a different short shelf. There we go. Oh, yes, if we hit the A button, it can be even more different. Boom. And I was thinking, I'm not going to use this shelf. Actually, that's just a lie. I am going to use this shelf because... Ugh. Can we... Yeah, that's fine. Now the thing's a little cockeyed since it's perfect. Alright. So we added a few of these things. We're going to put a table out in the middle and do some magic stuff. We're not even going to put a chair next to it because he is just not even concerned about sitting. This is how diligent this man is. Table. So, good old wooden table. And then magic. So we're gonna, there's different types of cauldrons here. I am partial to this one. I just like all the little details around it. We're gonna put that there. I'm gonna have something to do with that eventually, just not here and not now. I kind of like that idea of just putting it there just for like the stuff around it, but nope, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go over. We're gonna shrink it down like a hair, except for we're rotating it instead. And we're gonna put different things on the table. Oh, it's just flames. Okay, I was like, what the heck is that? You know, a few components laying about the table. We're gonna go food, because you can't go wrong with food components. I never even noticed that. That's kind of cool. Potatoes. Not what I was looking for. I like the idea of magic cards, but we're not going to put them on that table. We'll put them there, and then we'll put like a book and a scroll and other stuff near. There's other things that I wanted to add. Ah, book. That's a good one. The book is always a good one to add. Just gonna throw it on the table. Give your players a lot more details when you have things like that, just like laying around when they get to the end of the fight, or however they. It was 0.2% smaller than it needed to be, and it was still gigantic. Give them like a scroll to find afterwards, and then just like a bowl of them. I like this one better because it looks more like that, a vase of scrolls rather than like some kind of weird plant. Inkwell. Just the small details that count, you know. There's a giant bug. See, I knew. Oh, see, it only goes up to 4 though. Anyways, does evil villain always have to have like a globe in his office? Nope, but he is gonna have a map on the table. Wish they just had a map texture. That'd be cool. I guess maybe that's globe. Put it on the other side of his desk. It was a gift from a friend. He's like, my evil plans never really considered the world, but it was a gift from a friend. There's forge stuff. Don't really need any of that. There is blood though, which we want to make the actual blood color. I like that as a better. Look like a little splotch of blood over there on the book and the table. And we'll wind this one down. Oh, that was way too far. We'll wind this one down. Boats. It's just boats. Yep. Sails, boats. That kind of stuff. Bridges, of course, broken. Put a little bit of glass on here just for the aesthetic. I just like adding stuff like that. Just then players get inquisitive about like, what is all this stuff on the table? Just in my personal experience. That doesn't mean it happens at everybody's, but give the big bad guy a teddy bear. Think anybody would notice that? Nahmazeel had a teddy bear in his bed. How curious. That is a very tiny person, because they are only 0.4. I don't think any of this stuff is stuff that I'm going to need for this guy's room, particularly. I don't really have any free walls to put anything. like a painting. So we're just gonna paintings. Just hang a couple up for this guy. So it looks like most of the stuff I wanted to do with this room is finished. There's really nothing else. He's got his cauldron, he's got his magic supplies, his books, the secret room to find. So when they roll an investigation, inevitably they're going to find the... Well, I can't say that because that's some pretty dirt rolls in my past couple sessions. I have a Adventures League game I run and a private game that I run, and consistently the past couple weeks it has just been dirt nonstop. And I can't say that the bad guys have rolled any better, which would be me. And the NPCs haven't rolled much better than the PCs have. Which, actually, I kind of like the idea that the lock has to do with basically these two dragon heads here. Which we're going to put there, and then we're going to put a lantern under one of them and not the other one. Because the other one's going to be the... So, if we go to grave, which I just... Gravestones. Just put a tombstone in here and see if the players ask any questions about it. Is that a road sign? Oh, it's a cross. I see. That's just a very poorly done cross. Okay. Well, let's go back to lighting. And we'll hang a lantern from one of them, which we want under. But not the other one. And that'll just be the thing they find into this puzzle, which I'm not going to go into the puzzle, but this room is going to have a statue in it that is going to ask them a riddle. Statue. I'm looking right at it and could not find it. That's just my favorite statue. I use it for pretty much everything. But this is going to be an evil statue. I like this one because is it an angel? Is it a demon? Who knows? But that one is clearly more demonic looking. Yeah, we're just going to go with the classic riddle. This isn't going to be like a super, like, 10th gen. I don't know why I said 10th generation like it's Vampire the Masquerade. No, it's not going to be like a genius level riddle or anything like that. But it's also not going to be a kindergartner level, which sometimes you have to ask your players because they just don't do well. So in here, we're going to do this. This is going to be part of the... What is that? That's just a chest. Oh, it just looks different. Anyways. Yeah, this is all this room's going to be. And if they answer the riddle correctly or complete the task that the statue asks of them, then it is going to open up the actual vault, which is going to be where the... If we go back to magic... Yeah, it was also gray. No, it's white. I feel like the colors are slightly off in this thing, but we're gonna put that there. And that's like a Native American statue. We don't want. I'm not trying to besmirch the Native Americans by saying that they're evil. I'm gonna even these out a little more, but you know, I'm freehanding it, so sue me. Okay. See, this says treasure, but it's really not much treasure. Just have a cannonball chilling in the middle of this. Oh, just there we go. That's what they're protecting. The catapult. Mangonel big? Huh. There we go. Just do that. The ballista. I'm gonna have to do a castle build on one of these videos. So we'll go. We're not going table. I wanted something to put here, but I might have to just use a VTT, a Foundry kind of thing to put there instead, because still we're not doing great on the getting assets. Is that a recorder? Because it doesn't look like a flute as much as it looks like a recorder. Which is a gear. Make it a tentacle. Just put tentacles in this room. Like the vault from Borderlands 1. Okay, here's Deco. Let's see. Kind of wanted something like... I like that, actually. Because it looks like a statue. And that's kind of the vibe I wanted for this. It was going to be a statue that they were harnessing the power from. Let's see. And that will be, like, the thing they can either set or destroy. I like that this guy is gigantic, but I don't like the color of this anymore. Because it sets against the color of him. So what we're going to do is just change the color up. See what a few of them look like. I like the lime green. I think it stands out and adds that color that I was talking about in the first video. Like the... Oops. Even if I change that to that color, it's not going to matter. That's the freaking table, isn't it? Oh, I see. You have to click and then click off. Gotcha. So, now we can tell that they're connected. I don't know, he looks a little crooked, right? Maybe it's just the way the texture is. But anyways, regardless. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him in there, and then I'm going to put one single object behind him. They have a bones section, I'm pretty sure. I've added bones in another, is it in corpse? I swear. See, that's why this is easy. Just bones. Ah, see? That's what I thought. Those are gigantic. They do not need to be gigantic. That is minuscule, so we're gonna... I think that is the finite details of this. I'm pretty happy with that up there, so we're gonna come down here and finish these last 3 rooms. This video is going to run a little bit longer, it looks like, because I was very indecisive, but he's got his lab, his room, and now we have to figure out what to do with this extra room here. So, well, yeah, it's because I'm not on tags. That makes sense. Makes sense. So, we already have our storage area and stuff upstairs. Ah, yes. Let's go here and make this easy. Oh, it's because I didn't click up high enough. Really, Spencer? Yes, we want freestanding, but we want snap. I'm going to rotate you to here, which I do not like that. Oh, you can't click A on them. Can't do it on doors, unfortunately. So let's see. Do we have any other door options? Nah, I don't like that. Let's see. Maybe if we put them this way. No. I mean, I wasn't trying to put them on top of each other, but also looking at the finite details there. Let's try this one. Kind of like that one better. It looks more like a jail cell. Alright. So this one will not have anything in it other than I'm gonna put a couple like a bucket and a rucksack. Object. There's camp here somewhere. Here it is. That's just for tiny people. Oh, that's rotation. Jesus. Pay attention to what you're doing here, guy. No. Just throw these in there like that. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a... It's a carnival tent. I'm gonna have to make a carnival map. Cool. I mean, I'm probably gonna need a few more assets, but... Let's see. Let's just go with bucket. I mean, you don't look like a bucket, but you kind of do. In a way. We're back. Tags. See, these say corpses, but they don't have to be dead. Like, this person doesn't have to be dead, right? Just like there's a halfling, and just like an elf, or you know, humans just like trapped in here. They don't have to be dead. They just represent the people that are in here. That's clearly a goblin. We're going with that's a goblin. Those are who's in there right now, because I like the way they look. So we're also gonna... I know I did storage already, but, you know, this is the second floor, which means it gets a second chance. Just gonna put a few things down here, nothing major, just right here in this little area. Put another barrel, one that has toppled over. Maybe it was just rolled over there in the corner because nobody cared. I think I'm going to make his old room like an armory. And the cool thing about that is, in here I think, that's just not what they're called, slack tub. Let's go weapon. Ah, here we go. See, the cool thing about that is there are some actual assets in here that aren't terrible. Haha. See, I could have done that there too, but I didn't. So, let's go back to tags. I'm sure it's right down here in weapon. Oh, look at that. How would you even get a ballista in there? But what I really wanted was a table just right here with a couple swords on it. A couple other weapons over here. Oh, there's a bowl full of swords. I like to rotate things a lot. It's just a Freaking broadsword, huh? Just put them up there, just all cluttered. Maybe they captured some adventurers. Ah, these people. These were some of their tools that they just haven't organized yet. Just a cannon in here. I wonder if I can... When selected, can we... Nope. Mirror, hey. Whoops. I'll click on that one. Place it there. That's clearly not what I wanted. Thank you. Just wanted to kind of... Boom. Armory. Which, of course, you know, they're... don't have anything magical sitting around here, though. They're too poor for all that. We'll just put a chest right there. Alright, since that's the armory, I'm thinking about making this maybe a training practice area. A couple dummies on this side. Like that, and just having guys down here like readily practicing. Which is probably going to be what happens. Just a thing full of arrows. Just a jug, a jar, or whatever. A bowl. A bowl is what they call it. A bowl with swords. And, you know, I think we've added a lot of the details that we wanted. Okay, if we put this under, does it look like it's stuck into them? It is. It's so giant, though. It's comical. Wanted to put a few down somewhere, but I don't think that's going to look great. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into more assets. I know there's a guy, I don't know his name, but I know he's 2-minute tabletop. I've bought assets from him before for the other program I use, Dungeondraft. And I know he does Dungeondraft ones too, because I have... I gotta stop popping my knuckles, because it sounds terrible on recording. But, anyways, 2-minute tabletop guy. My whole point was... let's look to see if he has anything that would be worth... Because I really like his assets. So, probably what I'm going to look into. There was a terrain thing that I wanted to do here. And I'm drawing a blank. Hey, there we go. Jesus, that is a brush. Well, we don't want that. We just want... We want to, oh god, there's a path tool. Do this. Exact. What is... I don't understand what the difference between the two are, but that's cool. Gonna have to use that for like a monster's den or something, where it's drug dead creatures in here. Anyways, the whole point of the terrain brush was I wanted to make this so it wasn't, or so it was a little more smoother transition and not like stuck with the grid. Smooth blending. Would you look at that? Oh yeah, but see, that's just messing with the stuff underneath. So then I need either the cave or the building tool. So we'll do cave brush. Yeah, see, that's not gonna do it. Huh. So maybe the or aha, edit points. Can we edit points on this? So can we only edit points on something we put down? So let's go tileset cave. We'll go here, go to snappy, and we'll do that. Which actually that looks a lot better, and that would be a little more realistic, but you know, people have been tracking dirt in and out. It's not going to be exact, but oh, can you not edit points on these? On the floor tiles? Are you kidding me? That sucks, because on walls you can edit the crap out of them. Maybe because it's snapped? Ah, yep, that's what it was. Yeah, so I just wanted to make it uneven. Like that. I mean, it doesn't look the best it could, but it looks better than it was. You know, especially with that point. And I don't care that it's a point, but there we go. I like that. Makes it look a little smoother. And honestly, I like what I did over here, where it is just uneven. Like that. Like it. Why did that disappear? Oh, it's just part of the dirt. Okay. I was like, that looks like it's cobble. I like the idea that this is kind of like the cave dirt is kind of encroaching on it. And I think that's it. That's all I really wanted to edit with the rest of it. I added a candelabra last time here that you guys didn't see me add. And I think you guys saw me add the clothes in there. But that's about it. I think that's it. Because there's other things like I can add in Foundry where I can add like a trap in this hallway where when they run into it, it pauses the game and makes them deal with a roll that they have to save, like Dex or Dex Con, you know, whatever save I want them to. Athletics, acrobatics, you know, all the good stuff. All my fave stuff. And that's it for this video. The Nahmazeel's throne is finished in Dungeondraft, and I think I'm going to edit it in Foundry and possibly make that my first video that I set up for doing videos in Foundry, and that'll be basically the same series, Spencer Creates Dungeons. Check it out when it's up. I'm gonna upload these first 2 videos now. And I will see you next time when we're out here creating dungeons.